Hello BBN. Another big move for Kentucky? In fact, there is news that the Wildcats are also being suggested as a possible champion of the championship with an intriguing percentage. Did you see? Check out the news, but first subscribe to the channel to receive more news from the Cats. The Kentucky Wildcats' interest in promising point guard Darren Rippy Jr. from the class of 2026 reflects an aggressive and well-structured recruiting strategy by Mark Pope. Rippy Jr. is already one of the most coveted talents in college basketball, and the active involvement of Kentucky's coaching staff, led by assistant Jason Hart, demonstrates how much the program values this young prospect. The decision to bring Rippy Jr. to watch the matchup against Ohio State at Madison Square Garden during the CBS Sports Classic is not only strategic, but reveals Kentucky's commitment to showcasing its culture of competition at the highest level. The stage, atmosphere, and expected performance of the Wildcats will certainly be influential elements in impressing Rippy Jr. and cementing this growing relationship. The young point guard from Blairstown, New Jersey, stands out not only for his efficient scoring and athleticism, but also for his maturity on the court that surpasses his years. Ranked among the top 30 prospects by ESPN and Rivals, and ranked 19th by 247 Sports, he is already seen as a player capable of making an immediate impact on college basketball. With this reputation, Rippy Jr. is being heavily contested by top programs such as Kansas, Michigan, Louisville, and LSU, but Kentucky seems to be finding a way to position itself as one of the favorites. Coach Mark Pope, who took over with the mission of reviving the program's tradition of excellence, has proven effective in recruiting and developing talent. His vision is supported by a coaching staff that knows how to build relationships, and the presence of Jason Hart leading this recruitment is an example of that. Hart, who has been active in the process, shows how Kentucky understands the importance of a sustained and personalized effort to attract top-tier athletes. If Rippy Jr. does decide to wear blue and white, his arrival would be more than a strategic recruiting coup. It would be a milestone in rebuilding the program's identity. He fits perfectly with the style of play that Pope has sought to implement, a combination of speed, skill, and versatility that maximizes players' potential and keeps Kentucky as a dominant force in college basketball. For the Kentucky fan base, there is reason to be optimistic. The program is showing clear signs that it is on the right track to not only attract elite talent, but also regain national prominence. Rippy Jr. would be an important piece of that puzzle, and the confidence in the work of Pope and his staff gives reason to believe that this recruiting race could end in favor of the Wildcats, who are captivating everyone. If Rippy Jr. feels at home in the Kentucky environment, the program could be on the verge of securing a big name in the 2026 class. What do you think? At the end of the video, you can comment. The Kentucky Wildcats, currently ranked as the fourth best team in college basketball, are showing clear signs that the Mark Pope era is off to a promising and solid start. With impressive wins against Duke, Gonzaga, and Louisville, the Wildcats have avoided the setbacks against lesser-qualified opponents that have cost other elite programs dearly. Now, with an important matchup against Ohio State on Saturday, Kentucky can close out its non-conference campaign with another big win, cementing its position among the best in the country. One of the most notable aspects of this season has been the construction of the roster. Pope has relied on veteran players, a choice that reflects his understanding of recent trends in college basketball. Experienced teams have shown consistency and success in March, and the Wildcats are a clear example of this formula in action. This approach has paid off, with a team that combines maturity, focus, and skill to compete at the highest level. In addition, the style of play of this Kentucky is another factor that deserves to be highlighted. The team has been effective on both defense and offense, with a high volume of three-point shots. This is a pattern that can become a crucial differentiator in tournaments, where teams that heat up from the perimeter tend to surprise and advance. When combined with a solid defense, These attributes make the Wildcats an extremely dangerous team. The guard roster is also a strength. Lamont Butler has been exceptional, standing out as one of the best point guards in the country, while Kerr Kriisa, still recovering from an injury, promises to bring additional depth and quality in the final stretch of the season. The presence of veteran guards is a decisive factor in successful campaigns in the NCAA tournament, and Kentucky is well positioned in this regard. Despite this, ESPN gives the Wildcats only a 2% chance of winning the title, a projection that may seem unfair considering the performance so far and the potential of the roster. As the number 4 seed in the country, and with a nearly flawless record so far, Kentucky looks to be a real threat to any opponent. The team's experience, combined with technical quality and good momentum, is a combination that could defy predictions and take the Wildcats far in March. Mark Pope has demonstrated his ability to lead and adapt the team to different challenges. He has not only regained the trust of fans, but also created a solid foundation for the program to remain competitive at a national level. The matchup against Ohio State will be another important test, not only to measure the current moment, but to continue attracting young talents like Darren Rippy Jr., who will be present to watch the game. Pope's confidence in the work is evident, and the results so far reinforce the idea that he is on the right track to restore the Wildcats to their rightful place at the top of college basketball. If the team maintains its focus and consistency, the chances of making history this season are more than real. And what do you think? I want to hear your thoughts now. Comment below.